What if the biggest mistake you make isn't the car you buy, but the problems you never noticed before paying? Costly defects are quiet, progressive processes. Learn to read the evidence.
An informed buyer must balance appeal against its structural reality. Every model carries an inherent genetic footprint. Deliberate inspection becomes the primary focus.
A vehicle's life story is stamped into its steel. Any gap between the digital record and physical reality is a warning sign. Inspect the VIN across 3 distinct points. Check the dashboard, door jamb, and title. Look for bent rivets or font variations. This isolates flood or salvage flags. Always evaluate service frequency. An exterior inspection is an exercise in forensic geometry. While a clean detailing job can make an old car shine, it cannot hide the structural compromises left behind by a high-impact collision. Examine the parallel gaps between body panels. These tolerances are set by factory robotics to be perfectly uniform. If a gap pinches or binds, the chassis has likely been subjected to collision forces. Check for overspray on weather stripping. This indicates a cheap body shop repair. Feel the lower arches for structural rust. It flakes away the integrity of the frame. Every window should carry the identical logo.
Opening the hood reveals the vehicle's thermal and hydraulic core. Before turning the key, you must analyze the fluids, which serve as the internal diagnostic fluid of the powertrain.
Look closely past the accessories. Check the structural engine mounts. Look for cracked rubber or leaking fluid. The engine will sit low. This transfers vibrations. They go straight to the cabin. The most revealing moment of an inspection occurs during the first 60 seconds of operation. A warm engine can easily hide terminal mechanical wear that a completely cold engine exposes instantly. Listen closely when the starter engages. Ticking points to worn lifters. A deep thud means worn main bearings. Watch the tailpipe for blue or sweet white smoke. Heavy black smoke reveals a stuck injector. Modern cars are computing networks wrapped in steel. Electrical faults are exceptionally challenging to diagnose, often requiring expensive wiring harness replacements.
Turn the key to the accessory position. The dashboard must illuminate every warning icon. Check for the engine, ABS, and airbag lights. Once running, all lights must go out.
Cycle through the accessories. Verify the windows glide. Check the backup camera. Feel the floor carpet for any dampness. Moisture here points to a leaking heater core. A proper test drive must last at least 20 minutes. This allows all mechanical assemblies to reach full operating temperature and experience real-world thermal expansion.
Loosen your grip to evaluate tracking. Pulling indicates compromised suspension or tire wear. Pulsing through the pedal indicates warped rotors. A grinding noise reveals worn-down material. Listen closely for low-frequency hum, failing wheel bearing.
Dishonest sellers use specific detailing to mask issues. A spotless engine bay on an old car is a red flag. Thick additives are used to quiet noisy engines. Always get a pre-purchase inspection. While a personal evaluation helps screen out obviously flawed cars, a professional pre-purchase inspection conducted by a dedicated mechanic on a hydraulic lift is the most valuable step in the process. We'll start by raising the vehicle to inspect the undercarriage. This allows us to check for hidden frame damage. Next, we'll check the suspension bushings for wear and measure the brake pads with precision calipers. I'm checking the ECU for codes. These monitors show as not ready. Next, a cylinder compression test. An endoscope looks inside for damage. Otherwise, this is invisible. Negotiation should not be driven by emotion or arbitrary lowball offers. It is a systematic adjustments process based on objective evidence and the PPI report. Begin by researching the true market value of the vehicle, utilizing regional data. Calculate the exact parts and labor costs required. Here is the itemized breakdown. New tires will be $800, front rotors and pads are $400, the 60,000-mile service is $500. That is $1,700 in non-negotiable expenses. A reasonable seller will understand the math, while a defensive reaction is an indicator to walk away. Walking away from a poorly maintained vehicle to purchase a properly sorted one.
Can one simple habit save your car? Cars don't just die suddenly. They victim to micro-wear. Reaching high miles takes sympathy. Mechanical sympathy.
To understand how to extend a vehicle's life, we must look into the physical forces working to destroy it. Every time an engine fires, it initiates a complex battle against physics.
Inside a standard 4-stroke internal combustion engine, pistons travel up and down thousands of times per minute. This movement generates incredible friction. Without operating temperatures inside the combustion chamber routinely exceed 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. This intense thermal energy causes metal components to expand.
As parts expand and contract, they experience thermal cycling. Over years of operation, this cycle creates microscopic stress fractures, a structural degradation known as metal fatigue.
Vibration from roads and rotating masses further destabilizes these components, threatening to back out fasteners and stress electrical connections. Finally, moisture and chemical byproducts. Want your vehicle to last forever? You must maintain the engine's oil boundary layer. This means disciplined and regular oil management. Never skip a scheduled oil change. Engine bearings, crankshaft journals, and camshaft lobes are designed so that the moving metal surfaces never actually touch. Instead, they ride on a pressurized film of motor oil. This is called hydrodynamic lubrication. When the engine runs, the microscopic gaps between moving parts, the oil film cushion, absorbing combustion forces and preventing destructive metal-on-metal contact. Over time,